Is the President of India a mere rubber stamp, or do they hold the final word when the government breaks down? To answer that, we look at the governing rules. Article 53 vests all executive power in the President. However, Article 74 mandates that the President exercise these functions strictly in accordance with the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. This establishes India's parliamentary structure. The President serves as the nominal head of state, the face of the Republic, while the Prime Minister acts as the real executive, leading the government and directing policy. This dynamic was refined following the emergency through the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978. This amendment authorized the President to take advice provided by the Council of Ministers and send it back for reconsideration. This check can only be used once. If the Council returns the same advice, the President is then bound to accept it. While the President is almost entirely bound by ministerial advice on a daily basis, the Constitution includes built-in fail-safes. These discretionary powers are designed for specific moments when the standard democratic machinery fails. The first category of fail-safes activates during a power vacuum. This occurs when an election results in a hung parliament, or if a sitting prime minister dies suddenly without an obvious successor. In these instances, the President uses their discretion to appoint a prime minister. They must evaluate the political environment and select the individual most likely to command a majority support in the Lok Sabha. Similarly, when elections are imminent and a government resigns, the President may appoint a caretaker government. This ensures the country remains governed, though the President ensures this temporary body takes no major policy actions. During periods of political instability, these powers provide a bridge to ensure continuous, stable governance until a clear mandate is reestablished. A second scenario involves a breakdown of accountability, specifically when a government loses the confidence of the legislature but refuses to step down. The President holds the authority to explicitly dismiss the Council of Ministers if they lose a no-confidence vote but remain in office. The President also possesses discretion regarding the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. If a Prime Minister who has lost majority support advises the President to dissolve the House, the President is not bound to accept that advice. These powers prevent any administration from ruling without the proven, active consent of the legislature. And finally, there is the legislative check. Even after a bill passes Parliament, the President serves as the final checkpoint to ensure a law aligns with national interests and constitutional limits. The President can reserve state bills forwarded by a governor to protect center-state relations. For federal laws, they can return non-money bills to Parliament for a mandatory reconsideration. The President can also utilize the pocket veto. Because the Constitution specifies no time limit for presidential assent, a bill can be kept pending indefinitely by taking no action. President Gyani Zail Singh utilized this power in 1986. He stalled the Indian Post Office Amendment Bill, citing concerns over the privacy of communication. To maintain oversight, Article 78 grants the President the independent right to demand administrative information and policy explanations directly from the Prime Minister. For your exams, remember the mnemonic PDRRSCP, appointing the Prime Minister, dismissing the CAB, dissolving the Lok Sabha, returning bills, reserving state bills, seeking information, and using the pocket veto. The Supreme Court views these powers as rare exceptions. Their purpose is not for routine governance, but to protect constitutional morality when the parliamentary system is under threat. Let's review. Article 53, Executive Power. 74, Aid and Advice. 75, PM Appointment. 78, Information Seeking. Question 1. Which amendment lets the President return advice? The 44th Amendment. Question 2. What allows the pocket veto? The Constitution specifies no time limit. These discretionary powers are the ultimate safeguard for the Republic. To master the mechanics of Indian polity and secure your selection, join New Careers Academy. We have been preparing officers since 1967. Subscribe and explore our latest batches for NDA, CDS, and CAPF.